Good morning, K-ROG. Philip Dowden. I'm probably a new face for everyone here. Only my second time on the show. Last week I was in your guys' seat as a guest, and Will and Cassi, my wife, your regular host. Will's out of town. We were trying to joke with him that he was in a pie eating contest, and he shared a lot of his food expeditions with us last week, so we had to say I had to do something with food, but he's out of town right now, and my wife, she's nursing our son, our 6-year-old that's on the DL right now. So I guess I graduated from that seat to this seat because I got interviewed last week. So don't worry, we won't make you guys host next week. So
I thought that was going to be the next question.
The next question, are you ready to host? Yeah. No. So it's been a kind of a great week, and we're here with Morgan and Jason from Valley Mountain Quality Meats. We'll make sure we get that right. Located in the Finley Plaza Shopping Center. How long have you guys been open?
Going on just over 2 months.
Yeah.
Now.
2 months?
Yeah.
So whenever you say the Finley River Plaza, what's the best way to kind of tell people where exactly you are? Or do you get that question very often? Hey, where you at?
Yeah, they'll call. They'll call, and I'll come outside and wave at them. But south of the car wash is usually, or next to the gun company.
Next to the gun company and south of the car wash.
Yeah.
That's pretty good service. Just send Morgan out in the front if you're lost.
Or tell them it's the old pharmacy.
Yeah.
The old pharmacy. Yeah. So yeah, if you're looking for them, it's Valley Mountain Quality Meats in the Finley River Plaza at the old pharmacy south of the car wash here in Rogersville. So you guys have been open about 2 months. What all are you guys stocking in the store? If someone's coming over, are they looking for something special, a specialty type something, or is it, hey, I need to refill my, deep freeze full of, beef and steak?
I think it's a little of both. A lot of people like when they get off work, they can go pick up what they want for dinner that night, and boom, and everything can be cut to people's specs, and you don't see that hardly anymore.
Sure.
So, like if you wanted a 1.5 pound ribeye, that's what you're going to get.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you want more marble, less marble, we can do it.
So whenever someone's going to come in for dinner, I'm thinking about my week, do they need to call in and get that, or do you already have, hey, I want a 1-inch ribeye cut?
We have a lot of stuff already cut.
Okay.
And that they can choose from, different sizes. But a lot of times I leave a little early.
So get your order in early.
So a lot of people will call in and say, hey, this is the way I want it cut, and it'll be done when they walk in the door.
Yeah,
That's
have
great.
It ready for them.
That's great.
It does make it quicker for them to call in, and we'll have it ready, and then they can just pick it up and go. So.
But it's not just steaks. It is you guys do have ground beef, or if you're planning your weekend with the brisket, cook on the weekend or something like that, or roast. You guys have roast.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Now, it's all raised here in Webster County,
yes.
right?
Yep.
So what's the process of getting it from farm to store?
Do you want to go?
From the farm, it actually goes to Kabul.
Okay.
And it is slaughtered there, and then it comes primals to the store. Primals is like the whole ribeye, the whole strip loin, the whole top sirloin, and I cut it down from there.
Okay, great. That's good to know. So that's kind of getting into my area. I grew up in kind of on the Texas County, Wright County line down there near Kabul. So so it actually does leave Webster County, but your beef never leaves the state of Missouri.
Correct.
So so anybody, you're wanting to not just support local, but you're wanting to eat something that you know what it is. Hey, we've all been there in that pinch of you got to stop by that blue store with the W on it.
Yeah.
That will not be named.
We won't say name.
But you got to stop by and you got to get something because you forgot that meat, or you forgot hamburger, you forgot steaks, or I've seen you guys do some bratwurst and hot dog packages a couple weeks ago. you can just swing by and grab that on your way home. Make it part of your shopping trip as you're going up and down 60 through town.
Yeah.
Right. We do have other things as well in
Milk,
the store
cheeses.
from Ozark Mountain Creamery, which is amazing.
Now, I don't think we've touched on this. Now, the farm that you guys pull this Ozark Mountain Creamery from is the Fry family. Is that correct?
I believe that's right. I think I've heard.
Okay, so I think that's my second cousin.
Oh, wow.
So
Small world.
we've got a little bit of vested interest here of trying to get my family in your business, you know. So
That's cool.
I mean, just tells me it's such a small world,
Yeah.
you know.
Very.
So okay, so you've got beef products. You've got. Do you do a lot of pork?
We have a little bit of pork. We're still looking for an outlet for that, just to keep it local.
Sure. So you guys don't raise pork or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, just beef.
Okay.
But you know, we have bacon, pork butts, you know, a little bit of boneless pork chops.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw Will. He grabbed some pork chops the other day, and
Oh, yeah. All of his stuff always looks so good.
man, I know. I don't have the patience to do that
No.
unless it's a weekend. Like I can't come home on a Tuesday.
I don't know if it's the cooking it or the cleaning after that I don't like the most.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little OCD, so I don't mind cleaning up. So, so you've got all kinds of meat. You've got pork. You've got beef. Now the pork obviously is not your own, but you know, holiday season's coming up. Turkeys. Do you guys have a way for people to get a turkey if they're ready?
Turkeys are very hard to come by right now. If you find one, I suggest you get it, because more than likely you won't find it. Yeah, it's a tough ball game this year.
So if you're
Probably not us.
yeah,
Hams are the same way.
hams and turkeys. So if you're getting ready for Thanksgiving and you're trying to look for a turkey, buy it is what you're saying if you
Yes,
find
if
it.
you find it. But then again, a lot of people is going non-traditional. They have started doing this in the past probably 4 to 5 years. We will do a lot of prime ribs.
Okay.
Instead of people doing turkey or ham, they'll do a prime rib.
Or brisket.
Yeah.
We've got a few.
We've done a Thanksgiving brisket the last couple of years at my family. So so whenever you're doing prime rib, what's the how much prime rib are you selling that, you know, to feed a family of 15, 20 for Thanksgiving?
If you have, you know, 20 people, you can on the average figure half a pound a person. So you're going to need about a 10-pound brisket.
Okay.
A lot of people, they just want the point for burn ends or the flat. I'll separate however they want.
So you guys will separate a brisket if you
Sure.
want just the point or the flat?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
That's great to know. Yeah, because you get into that situation sometimes, and I don't know how many people out there really enjoy to cook or know a whole lot about that. But yeah, you don't have time necessarily to cook the whole brisket. That's going to take you a day, maybe, you know, to smoke right and to get good flavor on it. But yeah, to cut up just the point or the flat, and you guys will have that ready. Go ahead and do that ahead of time.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if they walk in and they're like, hey, I just want a point. And it only takes, 10 minutes for me to do that.
Yeah.
It'll be trimmed, ready to go. Put your seasoning on it. Bam.
So that's great. So so whenever someone's calling in for holidays, you guys have holiday specials that you guys, I know you've only been open 2 months, so I can't say traditionally. So
We haven't really talked about, we have talked about it, about doing that, but we haven't really decided what we're doing yet, I guess. But we definitely probably will have.
Yeah, we try to run a special daily.
okay,
We call it our daily deal.
Yeah.
okay.
So we put it on Facebook, and I think that's been going over pretty well. I think people like.
So what's an example of a daily deal that you guys
Like
had
right
this week?
now, we have the Deer Hunter daily deal, I guess. It went on from yesterday, and it goes on through tomorrow. And it's the ring bologna, which a lot of people are really excited about because you can't really find that anywhere. And then a block of cheese. We do have cheese in the store, and a pack of brats. So,
Okay. So this is something you can take out in the deer stand with you.
Yeah,
then.
sure, yeah.
So don't have to worry about cooking it up. And,
Yeah.
the Deer Hunter charcuterie board.
Yeah.
I know I laugh every time seems like you open up the internet and you see, charcuterie boards are all the rage, and I hear about it from my wife almost weekly, and that's good. You're catering to the hunting man. I like that. So, so the deer hunter special. So where can they find those specials if they're looking for them besides calling you guys up?
On our Facebook page, we post it usually the night before and then the next morning. So, and definitely can call us as well. That's perfectly fine. But
so sitting by your phone, anxiously waiting for that special of the day. I like that. The anticipation has us all incredibly curious. That's good. So I wanted to mention something that I got kind of excited about whenever I saw you guys come in, and the building you guys are in is, we mentioned, the old pharmacy, and there is a drive-through window there. Is it got boxes in it in front, or is there plans to operate that drive-through?
Eventually, yes.
Eventually.
We've been talking about it. I mean, hopefully sooner than later we'll be able to do that. But yeah, we're excited about it too.
It'd be nice for people to call in their order. We'll bag it up, have it ready. They just drive right through the window and hand it to them.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
I can't think of anything meat-wise, specific to what you all do that would offer that kind of, drive-through service,
Yeah.
One of its kind in the Midwest, drive-through, Valley Mountain Quality Meats, drive-through. That's pretty good. So be on the lookout for that. I laugh because, you've got all kinds of different drive-throughs, the Macadoodles in Springfield. Mm-hmm. And, I used to live in Texas for a while, and they had all kinds of different drive-through, groceries and different things, but I don't know, get your meat,
Right.
I'm going to go get that brisket for Thanksgiving that I forgot about yesterday. So no, that's really good. So how did you guys get involved in this? Where did this idea come from? You guys just sitting on the couch one night and decided to open a meat shop?
Well, we're kind of, I don't know how you would put it.
We're the flunkies.
You're the labor.
Yeah.
I owned American Meat Company in Springfield.
Okay.
Her dad, Mark Jernigan, called me up asking me if I would do kind of like a little consulting job of setting up the store and how I would lay it out and all that. Next thing I know, they want me to come into work.
And he's loved it ever since.
I shut my shop down last April just because of everything that's been going on. I couldn't find help.
Sure.
It was just a bad deal. Mm-hmm. So I done a few consulting jobs after that. Anyway, I just kind of fell in with everybody. Everybody kind of clicked for me.
Now that's really important. We've all had jobs where you don't get along with people you work with and wanting to work with, and so that's incredibly important. So that's a good place to start.
Yeah, we make it fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Every day. I was never the type of person that was like, oh yeah, work. So now that every morning I get up and I'm just excited to go to work. I love seeing everybody, everyone that comes in, working with them, and but my brother, Garrett, is one of the owners. Mm-hmm. There's 4, so that's kind of how I came into it. He just asked me if I would, and absolutely.
So was it just whenever you were a consultant, did you help pick the spot here in Rogersville, or how did that come about?
They already had that picked out.
Okay.
Of course, it was just a shell.
Right.
I told them this is where I'd put the coolers, the freezers. There's a lot that goes into it. You have to, for federal purposes and everything, you have to have bare concrete when you're cutting meat. Lots of variables in it. So anyway, I just told them this is what needs to happen, and they made it happen.
That's fantastic. So yeah, a lot of, and that kind of goes with anybody that's opening a business. You don't realize how much you've got to do by the book until you kind of get into it.
Right.
And we appreciate him so much. He has really been awesome. Like I don't know if we could have done all that without him. So it's been great.
So now, I know we had talked about this last time I was in the store. You've got your own brand of seasoning that you'd brought over from your American Meat Company.
I do, yes.
So how did that come about? And is that available in the store?
It is.
All purpose.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally use it on anything.
So is it just a salt, pepper, garlic, AP rub?
I can't really tell what's in it.
It's a secret.
The secret that will not be revealed on K-ROG.
I tell anybody and everybody, if you're going to use salt and pepper, try it. My wife puts it on her salad.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Eggs, biscuits, and gravy.
Oh,
I mean, it's
but
bologna.
any beef, pork, chicken.
So it's not just a beef rub; it's literally an all-purpose
Correct.
rub.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, how did that come about? Was that just
That
needing
came
more
about-
flavor in your food?
That came about probably 3 to 4 years ago, and I wanted my own because I tried so many different seasonings. You know,
Yeah.
owning a meat company,
Sure.
you play with a lot of stuff.
Being a chubby kid, I understand that. Yeah.
And so I wanted my own, so I just started mixing stuff. And anyway, and long story short, I have it blended in Mena, Arkansas,
Okay.
and it then comes to me bottled.
Now is your store, is that the only place to pick it up, or are you an Apple Market or anything yet?
No, I never have tried that outlet. I honestly can barely keep it in the way it is.
Sure. So this is exclusive. So if you're wanting to just not just try this, but if you have already had it, this is the only place that you're going to be able to get it.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. So, and you're saying literally everything. So salad.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever put salt and pepper on a salad, let alone
But yeah.
a nice blend. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So we're any other seasonings that you guys have? I mean, you're probably gonna. It sounds like you're having a hard time keeping that in stock. But if someone's coming in and they do have a favorite seasoning that they've gotten somewhere else, did you guys stock that as well?
We have a lot of different seasonings, a lot of different rubs. We do have sauces, barbecue sauce. We've got a few grills, anywhere from charcoal to Traeger pellet.
Okay.
But yeah, about anything you can think of to.
So it's not so whenever someone walks in, they're not just walking into a cold butcher shop where you're gonna order a pound of meat and 4 steaks.
Right. You can get your milk, your cheese, your seasonings.
And then buy that grill whenever you need to
Yeah,
step out on the
we need
weekend.
one. Yeah.
Well, that's great. I know Will and I, we've kind of gotten into this because I do the Traeger. He's on the Weber, and I've done the Weber too. But I felt for such a long time that I was cheating with that, and then I realized how easy and how great you just don't mess up.
Pellet grills are awesome.
Yeah, and I've got a friend that owns a barbecue shop in Springfield, and he kind of said the same thing. And he said, it doesn't really matter necessarily the brand, but you can go Traeger, or, Pit Boss or whatever, and I prefer the Traeger. Just that's what I've used, and
Right.
you can't mess it up. So you can get a high quality cut of meat. Now you guys sell prime cut beef, right?
We do.
And now, if for someone that layperson doesn't know, hey, what's the difference in going to the Evil W store and getting just beef and getting a prime cut piece of meat?
Well, you don't know how long that piece of meat's been sitting at the Big W store, for one. Plus, it all depends on the marbling, what you call prime, what you call choice, what you call select. 95% of everything that we cut is pretty much prime. Just from the way these cattle are fed out.
So is that how? So where does the grading, I guess, actually start? So does someone come to your all's farm in Webster County and grade that meat there? Do they grade it in Kabul? Do they grade it in your store?
No, I could actually grade it better than years ago. You'd have at like a slaughterhouse, a big packing house. They would have a federal inspector standing there saying, we've got prime, this is choice, so on, so on. And the way the industry has became, now they have big x-ray machines. They don't have to pay a guy standing there. They just run it through an x-ray machine and say, hey, that's it. And it's not correct a lot.
Sure.
But because it says that, they can mark it prime and send it on out.
Now, is a lot of that how the cows are fed and everything?
Yes.
So, so whenever someone's looking at it, grass-fed, grain-fed, is that what determines it, or does that even matter?
No. I mean, you get prime and grass-fed, which I personally have never dealt too much with grass-fed beef, which all cows eat grass.
Right.
Everybody knows that. But it's just how you finish them at the end before they go to slaughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the amount of marbling that you're going to get, and this is where I start fights every day with my wife, is that the amount of like marbling and fat that's in it is where the flavor's at, obviously.
Correct.
Which she's not going to agree with me because she's half vegetarian, I swear. Anyways, but that's what people are going to see in the cut of the meat, the little extra fat and everything, right?
Yeah. And I have a lot of people, they're like, I love ribeyes, I just don't want all that fat.
They're not cooking it right.
And when you're cutting, the further you go down the loin, the more that marbling kind of leaves.
Sure.
And so if they don't want, the really heavy marbled, I can get them a ribeye that's going to taste like ribeye with less fat in it.
Okay, so that's good to know. So just in the I lost my train of thought. So just in the cut, when you're cutting the ribeyes off, you can cut further away from.
Sure.
Okay, that's good. Anything else you guys have? We did meet our 2 viewers today, so
Yay.
that's fantastic. One of them, I'm sure, is my family. So we've got a little 6-year-old and a wife sitting there watching us. Anything else you guys wanted to share with us about Valley Mountain Quality Meats?
I don't know. I think we've covered a lot.
Be ready for the holiday specials coming out.
Yes, definitely.
What do you guys have? Do you guys have a favorite that's kind of your go-to? For just whenever you're sitting there and you're ready to go home for the day, and this is dinner, or this is my big weekend plan.
Right. I'm a ribeye guy. Mm-hmm. That's always my go-to. Now my wife, she doesn't want anything but a fillet.
Yeah,
Okay.
The bacon wrap fillets are
The fillets are
amazing.
They're really, really good.
We also have bacon wrap chopped sirloin as well, and those are really good too. That's kind of my go-to.
Yeah.
Is honestly
The sirloin or just the bacon wrapped sirloin?
the bacon wrap. Yeah, that's
The bacon wrap chopped sirloin, which
Yeah.
it's prime hamburger, half a pound, and you wrap a piece of bacon around it, kind of comes out looking like a big hockey puck, and they're phenomenal.
That sounds phenomenal.
yes.
That's amazing.
Little smoke dust.
So does that take a little bit to? So you guys do the bacon then on that there in the store?
Yes.
So you come in and you've already got the bacon wrapped on that. So, and of course everybody knows bacon goes on everything. So you can wrap anything in bacon.
Bacon goes on top of bacon.
Right. Yeah. I saw these little, and I don't know who had done it, but they were these little, they didn't call them bacon shots, but that's kind of what they were. But they had some cream cheese on a cracker and then a bacon that kind of made it a cup, and a shot so you could eat it. I think Matt Pittman at Meat Church had posted something about that, and that was one of his little new recipes. I haven't tried it yet, but
Sounds really good.
oh my gosh, yeah. Someone else was calling it barbecue sushi or something, and it had bacon and wrapped and this and bacon wrapped again, and so well, good. That's good to know. So sirloin and ribeye are your guys' kind of go-tos. So is there one thing that you feel like you guys do well at the store? Is it the ribeye that hey these
fillets,
are what's going to come off?
We have a hard time keeping fillets in.
Yeah.
And, on a cow, you only get 2 tenderloins. And if you're cutting 8-ounce fillets out of 1 tenderloin, I'll be lucky to get 7 or 8 steaks out of one tender. So it's difficult keeping those in.
So people have kept you guys busy with coming in for not just steaks, but hamburger and everything as well.
Oh yeah.
So that reminds me of one more question before we kind of wrap things up here. just with meat being kind of tough to get in general, do you guys do, if someone wants a whole cow or a half cow, are they able to come in and purchase that?
I'm glad you asked that because I actually meant to say that, but yes, yeah, they definitely can. Whole, half, quarter.
Yeah.
What's the process in doing that? How far out, or if I say, hey, I want to do a half a cow, what's my process, and how long am I going to wait on that?
Well, right now, I think the first load is going in December for what we have sold so far for people wanting half. Or
Okay.
So it'll be just after the first of the year,
Yeah.
really.
And then it will go to Kabul, and she will call them up and say, hey, how do you want your this packaged, so on. And
Okay.
they'll run down to Kabul, pick it up.
Okay. Fantastic. That's great.
Yeah.
So whenever someone's doing that, and I only say this because we did this with some family not too long ago, but when you want it packaged, you get to actually pick, hey, I want the brisket, I want however many ribeyes, I want this much hamburger, and just all the different cuts. Do they actually give you the sheet? I've seen some places do that. They give you the sheet of all the cuts.
I don't know if she does that or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that she'll go through everything, but if they want to do that, they can just call, and we do take a deposit on it to hold their spot, and then they'll just pay the rest at pickup.
So you're a couple months out. So if you're so if you're out of meat, you're out of meat right now. But if you see that you're getting low, or about first of the year is a good time right now to go ahead and get that order in.
Right.
So you guys have a lot of orders on those.
Quite
We
a few.
have several.
Yeah.
Several.
What's the I guess what's the cost for something like that if someone wants to go that route?
It is hanging weight. It's $3.95 a pound.
Okay.
That's hanging weight, and then that $3.95 covers the cost of the cow, the processing, all the way down to the packaging to your car.
So you're not going to be surprised by any extra charges whenever you make that order and they give you that price. That's going to be your price. So there's not going to be the store in Kabul cutting it or anything that's going to.
Right. Everything is factored in. So, it's really good if you want to fill up your deep freeze.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. I want to say we were probably 9 months before we had to go to the store again. So
And that's nice.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. I'm like you. I ran out of ribeyes, and so I'm up there buying more ribeyes because those go fast in my house. Yeah. Well, that's good. Anything else you guys can think of before we sign off here today?
No, other than the hours, we are open till 7. So a lot of people call and ask that still. So I just want to make sure everyone knows that we're open until 7, Tuesday through Friday, and then Saturdays we're all open till 3. 10 to 3.
10 to 3 on Saturdays, open till 7, Tuesday through Friday.
Yes.
You can find them in the Valley, or the Finley Plaza. They're south of the car wash here in Rogersville. Wanted to give a shout out. We were talking here earlier, the boys swim team at Rogersville. Congratulations to them. They are off to the state championships. I want to say those are in Columbia, but I've gone blank. And then the boys soccer team, district champs, get out and support them. I think they play here in Rogersville on Saturday, tomorrow. Awesome. So if you're looking for something to do, might be a little chilly, I think, tomorrow, but at least the sun's going to finally come out. That's I just get drained by some of this dreary weather.
Yeah.
But Rogersville boys soccer team, they'll be at home tomorrow. Get out and support those guys. Good luck to them. Good luck to the boys swim team. So get out, enjoy the sunshine. For Philip Dowden, Morgan and Jason from Valley Mountain Quality Meats, go give them a visit. So long, and we'll see you guys next time.